we sit here, the more time they have to shore up their defenses. We should hit them sooner rather than later.
We barely have the manpower to keep the Citadel fortified. We've been over this before, Sarah.
So we just wait until they decide we're next on the list? If the Pride goes in now, we might have a chance.
And if you fail, then what? The risk is not worth the reward.
I agree. Without the GEC, the Purifier is useless to the Enclave anyway. They may give up before long.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Sarah. You just have to follow orders.
Yes, Father.
So, you're back. We had feared both you and the GEC were lost. Were you successful?
Well, sort of. I found the GEC.
Excellent. With that, we hold the key to keeping the Enclave from controlling the Purifier.
The Enclave took the GEC. They're installing it now.
Then we must go at once. If you have any other information, tell me now before we mobilize. Any help you can give might save lives.
Eden wanted me to sabotage the project with some kind of virus.
I see. And where is this virus now?
I have it here. Take it.
Thank you. I'll see to it that it's disposed of properly once the scribes have had time to analyze it. Perhaps we have underestimated the Enclave. Sarah may be right. An attack may be necessary now.
If the Enclave has the GEC, there's nothing stopping them from starting the Purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually.
I'm afraid you're right. We need to act now while we can.
Send the Pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
All right, Sarah. The Pride goes in. But I want them to have some extra firepower. Rothschild, is it ready?
What? No, I mean, Lee and I have solved the power problems, but we've only barely finished diagnostic tests.
So?
It's not ready for field tests, let alone live fire situations. The weapons haven't been calibrated, the navigation detection system is offline.
Rothschild, enough. Can you make it work?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we can scrape by, and I suppose if we can't, it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Take
Then
care
it's
of yourself.
decided. Sarah, you take the Pride and use the robot as support. Take our friend here and secure that Purifier.
Yes, sir. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that my father and I have been talking. The Pride and I have decided that after all you've survived, you've done enough to be an honorary member of Lion's Pride. So congratulations. Membership comes with some privileges, including our power armor. You want the full suit or the recon armor?
I'll take the Lion's Pride power armor.
Sure thing. Hopefully, it'll give you a bit of an extra edge. Okay. So do you think you can hold it together for this?
Of course I can.
Now that's what I like to hear, soldier. You all packed? We're not coming back here anytime soon.
I'm ready.
Okay, don't be nervous. You'll have the whole Pride backing you up, not to mention this giant tin can. Just stay safe until we reach the Purifier. You're no good to us if you're dead. And don't let that thing step on you. The Pride is on me. The goal is Project Purity, but we can't get into the facility with those energy fields up. Rothschild and Lee say this robot should be able to take down the energy fields. So we're on fire support. We stay close to the thing, keep it clear, and get it to where it needs to go. Once the fields are down, we head straight for the facility. We'll use the robot to keep them occupied while we get inside and secure the control room. We need to move quickly before we lose the chance to surprise them. Get whatever supplies you don't already have, and we'll meet in the Bailey. When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move. All right, Rothschild, fire it up. Pride, move out!
Liberty 5 is online. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists.
Fuck.
Democracy will never be defeated. Communism is a temporary setback. Initiating Directive 7-3. Communists. Communism is the very definition of failure. Engaging med Chinese aggressors.
All clear. Stand down.
The last domino falls here. Significant obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by enhanced photonic resonance barrier. Established strategy: inadequate. Revised strategy: initiate photonic resonance overcharge. Engaging Chinese invader.
Stay sharp, and we'll have this thing under control in no time.
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this.
Give it up, Autumn. You've lost.
I beg to differ. The Enclave is at the height of its power. Once this facility is operational, the masses will flock to the Enclave for fresh water, protection, and a plan for the future.
Raven Rock is gone. Eden checked out. You've got nothing left.
The American people are worth fighting for. The future must be secured. I won't let you stand in the way of that.
This isn't the way to do it. More fighting will just make things worse.
And what would you have me do? Let you have everything I've worked to build? Let you destroy it all?
Just walk away. It's not too late.
And you? You would just let me leave? How can I be sure you won't just shoot me once I turn my back on you? I suppose it doesn't matter much now. Very well. I shall leave you to your fate.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised that you just let him walk away. It's amazing the world hasn't beaten that out of you. You just better hope it doesn't come back to bite you. Now let's get this place locked down.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone
Hello.
there? It's Dr. Lee. Something's wrong with the purifier.
Dr. Lee, it's Sarah Lyons.
Please, someone
I'm in the
answer.
control room. We're both here. What's going on?
I've been monitoring the equipment remotely, and we have a serious problem. The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws?
I'll do it. I'll start the purifier. I'll do it. I'll start the purifier.
You're going to have to be quick about it. If the radiation is bad enough, you won't have much time. I won't forget what you've done here. No one will. Thank you.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child: selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. But it was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer learned the true meaning of that greatest of virtues, sacrifice. Stepping into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity, the child followed the example of the father, sacrificing life itself for the greater good of mankind. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The capital wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the Lone Wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
We've got people down here. You, check that equipment. The two of you.
The Enclave is retreating. We have a location.
Isn't going to help at all.
I patiently
You
wait.
comatose. After all this, to be left in a state like that? Careful now, careful. Don't move too quickly. Everything's fine, you're safe. You're in the Citadel. I was starting to think you might never wake up. Despite assurances to the contrary, I've been coming down here every day to see both you and my daughter. It's good that at least one of you has recovered.
Well, where's Sarah? Is she okay?
Yes, she's fine. Oh, she will be. I appreciate your concern for her, but really don't worry. You've been through enough.
What happened? How did I get here?
Please, relax. Everything is fine. You were brought back to the Citadel after some sort of energy spike in the purifier. You and Sarah were both knocked unconscious. Quite a bit has happened since then.
What about the purifier? Did it work?
Indeed it did. The tidal basin is full of fresh, clean water now. We've been working to see that it's distributed to as many people as possible across the wasteland. In fact, I'm hopeful that soon we won't be referring to the wasteland any longer. None of this would have been possible without the efforts of both you and your father. I doubt we shall ever be able to truly repay you.
Did we win? Did we beat the Enclave?
Yes, we most certainly did. Between your help in destroying their headquarters and their subsequent defeat at the Purifier, the Enclave was thrown into disarray. Liberty Prime has been assisting our forces in removing any remaining Enclave forces.
How long was I out?
Just about 2 weeks. Don't worry, we've been taking good care of you.
So, what happens now?
Well, that's really up to you, isn't it? The Brotherhood has a clear plan of action. The remnants of the Enclave must be swept away. The Pride has been working to this end ever since we took the Purifier back. The only remaining question is whether we can count on you to help us.
Is there any way I can help?
Indeed. We can use every able body available to us. To that end, I'm going to circumvent our standard recruitment procedures and declare you a Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. Before you do anything else, please speak with Scribe Rothschild. I'm sure he'll be pleased to see you again. He can brief you on the details of the last few weeks, as well as where our efforts are focused now. I understand that you've been through quite an ordeal. But the sooner you can talk to him, the sooner we can put an end to all this.
Elder Lance, we should talk about the super mutants.
Oh? Have you learned something?
The super mutants are coming from Vault 87. It's their breeding ground.
Vault 87? Where you found the Gek? We've never been able to penetrate the radiation surrounding that area. This information is invaluable. Well done.
What's going on with the purifier?
The Brotherhood has taken over control of the purifier and is managing distribution of the water to the people of the wasteland. If you travel there, speak with Scribe Bigsley. He's heading up the on-site operation.
I have to go now.
Please be careful. I would hate to lose you again.
I had hoped you'd return. What now?
Let's get going.
With all due haste. And I shall follow.
Well, it's good to see that you're on your feet again. I assume Lyons is immediately throwing you to the wolves? Has he told you what's been going on while you've been resting?
He said you'd give me the details.
Well, Owen does have quite a bit on his mind lately, as I'm sure you can imagine. This is the first time the actions of the Brotherhood have affected him in such a personal manner. Please, step over here. I'll bring you up to speed. I'll give you a brief history of what's happened over the last few weeks and what's going on now. As you well know, this all began with the Enclave's occupation of Project Purity here. Thanks to you, their main headquarters here was utterly destroyed. They then suffered a second defeat at the Purifier. Based on a combination of intelligence and field reports, other Enclave locations throughout the wasteland were found. Cut off from their leadership, it was expected that their forces would be in complete disarray. This has not been the case. Based on data and tech gathered from these locations, we've determined that the Enclave forces are still maintaining remote communications. We isolated the transmissions and found their origin point, an old military installation in Rockland, to the southwest. Our advanced scouts have checked over the area, but no easy access to the facility was found. So we're making our own access point. Paladin Tristan is leading the team setting up forward base in an old car tunnel near the site. Once he's settled, Liberty Prime will be deployed. Prime's directive is to neutralize their defenses and create an entry point for the team. The team will move in, eliminate any opposition inside, and cut off their transmitter. Any relevant data should be brought back here. Now, did you have any other questions? If there's anything else you'd like to know, I'll tell you what I can. Otherwise, Paladin Tristan will be waiting. I'll alert him that you're on your way.
How is Liberty Prime holding up?
Performance is exceeding all our expectations. He's been especially effective against the Enclave's vertibirds, for which we previously had no counter. We're fine-tuning his programming as we go, but on the whole, I'm pleasantly surprised. It's as I always suspected. Prime's real issue was energy management. And when Dr. Lee helped us solve that problem, well, the rest was easy.
Do you think you can repair my equipment?
Could I? Yes. Will I? No. Go see Peabody or Bowditch.
Well, I have to go now.
Don't hurry back.
Your return. It is good to see you, Hale. How may I help you, my friend?
I would like your assistance once again, Paladin Cross.
It is my sincere wish to join you. But so long as you travel with one who is not of the Brotherhood, I simply cannot risk myself. Stay strong, my friend.
Second in command of the security team stationed at the West Tech Research Facility, later relocated to the Mariposa military base. Assumed command after nervous breakdown of security team leader Colonel Robert Spindle. Executed scientists after learning of their research into the Forced Evolutionary Virus, or FEV. Deserted from military just before the war. Maxon ordered the families of all base personnel brought inside the facility, thereby sparing their lives, led survivors in their exodus to the Lost Hills bunker. Maxon's wife was killed on the journey. At Lost Hills, Roger Maxon formed the Brotherhood of Steel. As the organization's first High Elder, he formed the Order of Paladins, Knights, and Scribes. Took over command of the Brotherhood of Steel as High Elder in 2135, when his father, Roger Maxon, died of cancer. In 2155, while hunting down a group of raiders known as the Vipers, Maxon, who was unhelmeted at the time, was grazed in the head by an arrow. Deadly viper poison killed him within hours. Son of Maxon II and grandson of Roger Maxon, a gifted soldier, John Maxon was promoted to the rank of Paladin at the age 38 in the year 2135. Soon after, he was promoted once more to Head Paladin. In 2155, Maxon was promoted to the illustrious position of High Elder when his father Maxon II was killed in glorious battle with the raiders known as Vipers. Records indicate John Maxon had some dealings with a mysterious figure identified only as the Vault Dweller in the year 2162 at the age of 65. Only son of Jonathan and Jessica, both deceased, last of the Maxon bloodline, as an infant sent to the Citadel to be fostered by Elder Owen Lyons. The reason for this decision was twofold. Recent internal conflict amongst the Western Brotherhood of Steel created an unsafe environment for the child. It was believed that the Citadel, despite being located in the hostile territory, would increase his probability of survival. Elder Lyons at the time was in high favor with the Western Elders and deemed a perfect candidate to provide care and training to the Squire. Recent events have led to a lack of communications with the Western Elders. As a result, Squire Maxon will remain at the Citadel indefinitely. The state of Maxon in the New California Republic was built in close proximity to the Lost Hills bunker and enjoyed the protection of the Brotherhood of Steel. No additional information is available at this time. I, Roger Maxon, Captain, serial number 072389, have started this long because it doesn't look good for any of us, and I'd like for people to know what really happened here. All hell broke loose when we finally discovered what those scientist bastards were up to. The Colonel has locked himself in his office and seems to be having some sort of breakdown. The men are screaming for blood. They're looking to me for answers, and I'm not sure what to do. Someone has to do something, though, before this place sinks into a narcissistic bloodbath. Number 12. Every time we get a report from higher up, things get worse here. The war is going in a very bad direction, and this place is about to go into full mutiny, with all the chaos that entails. I stopped one of the men from executing a scientist today, and demanded that we interrogate them to find out what their orders were. Number 13. I killed a man today. I was interrogating Chief Scientist Anderson, and he was giving me the full details of their inhuman experiments. He said his orders came from the government, but I didn't buy it. He started screaming about how he was following orders, how he was a military man, and I just shot him. Tell myself it was to keep him from causing a full mutiny among the men, but I'm not so sure. October 15. Tried again to speak to the Colonel through the door, but he seems to have completely lost touch with reality. Broke down the door with several of the men just in time to watch him blow his head off. Right before he pulled the trigger, he said he was sorry. October 18. By killing the egghead, I seem to have confirmed my position as leader of the men. They follow me without question now. The interrogations invariably end up being executions. Showman held out the longest, but the end result was the same. The arguments about her orders were a bit too specific to be completely made up. Getting a real bad feeling in my gut about how this is all going to end up, I don't even lie to myself anymore about my reasons for executing the scientist. October 20. Finally replied to the outside world over our radio. I know why they never sent anyone here to see what was happening when we stopped responding to their transmissions. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they all come now? I declared ourselves seceded from the Union. I remember Jefferson Davis. What will history say about me? October 22nd. What the hell is going on? We declared ourselves to be in full desertion from the army and no longer under the government's command, and what happens? Nothing. Something bad is coming down. October 23rd. I can't believe those bastards finally did it. Damn them all to hell. They finally let the A-bombs fly. We're right in the middle of trying to pry the real story out of von Felden when we completely lost contact. I have a feeling the research center was hit hard. I don't know why. Just call it a gut feeling. It seems inconceivable that we were not targeted. I'm sure China will make up for that oversight real soon. Luckily, we had moved our families from outside into the facility the day before yesterday. We do not yet know if the fallout has reached this area. October 25th. Sergeant Plattner volunteered to go outside today to take specific readings on the atmosphere. It seems the radiation has not spread this far. Since he was wearing his power armor, there was no threat to him from radiation, but if he had been exposed, he would have had to be exiled. We don't have adequate decontamination facilities here. October 26. I convinced the man that we should bury the scientists. I don't know why. Perhaps it was to ease my conscience. I finally started to believe their stories when the last one was dying. My God, what have I become? October 27. We're leaving this godforsaken place today. I'm leading the exodus to the old government bunker at Lost Hills. I'm leaving this log behind to be buried when this place goes into the next exchange. Who knows, maybe someone will find it someday. Report on UFO codenamed Palandine. Further investigations into the UFO codenamed Palandine have confirmed our suspicions. On the evening of May 3rd, 2062, an alien craft of unknown make and origin did indeed breach the airspace just north of Hagerstown, Maryland, and crashed into a heavily wooded non-residential area. Unfortunately, attempts to retrieve the craft proved unsuccessful. It simply could not be located, either due to some kind of advanced invisibility shielding, or because the occupants managed to make repairs and vacate the crash site before our arrival. Despite our failure of recovery, the significance of this event cannot be denied. We are not alone. Project Brainstorm. Our flagship project, the Induced Patriotism Initiative, has met with resounding success. Our agents have successfully included covert and overt messages of extreme patriotism and loyalty into the popular media, ranging from the big screen to the Sunday funnies. Increased military enrollment amongst target demographics serves to underline this success. Agent Webb has been particularly effective at influencing the music industry, and he has interesting proposals for the fields of organized sports and even such notoriously difficult markets as comic books and toys. A success in these areas would ensure early education with our message, and thus ensure a more dedicated and devoted nation for us all. It's codenamed Klakina. Development of the mutant undermining lifeform continues apace, and our chief bioengineers are certain that they will be able to perfect these living weapons in time for deployment into Red China. Once covertly released into an enemy's environment, their aggressive qualities, dangerous hunger, and pervasive breeding should severely undermine the infrastructure of the location in short order, summoning the target for ground invasion. At this point, the genetic kill switch can be activated, allowing for easy reclamation, not including a significant one-time cleanup effort. Current MUL development primarily uses genetic stock of rodents, particularly the common sewer rat, and progress has been significant. FEV testing has been rejected, however, as the results are sterile.
Hey,
Well, well, look who's back amongst the living. Some of us were starting to wonder if you and Sarah were going to pull through.
Good to see you too. I'm here to help.
Is that so? Well, it'll be good to have another soldier we can count on. Basic rule of thumb on these operations. Keep your head down and let the robot do most of the heavy lifting. He can take it better than you can.
What do you need me to do?
I need you to keep your head on straight. No heroics, okay? Liberty Prime was called in to assist with the initial assault. Once we've cleared ourselves a nice staging area, we'll reassess the situation. Come on, things should be underway by now. It's been pretty standard for the last week or so. We get intel on positions, go in and burn them out.
There is reason to be cautious here.
The tin can does most of the work, honestly. I can't complain, it keeps our casualties down. Scribes pulled information about this place day before yesterday. Some communications facility. We're thinking if it's active, we can find out who they're talking to and get the last of the locations nailed down.
Reveal yourself. Face me, damn it! German Chang will fail, China will fall. Come on, be positive. There's another one. All clear.
Have courage, my brother.
Alaska's liberation is imminent. The last domino falls here. Communist threat assessment. Minimal. Scanning defenses. Exploiting. Commencing tactical assessment. Red Chinese threat detected. Communism is a lie. Satellite uplink detected. Analysis of communist transmission pending. Warning. Warning. Red Chinese orbital strike imminent. All personnel should reach minimum safe distance immediately. Catastrophic. System failure. Initiating core shutdown as per emergency initiative 26822009. I die so that democracy may live.
What is that? What the hell is going on? We need to find out what the hell just happened. There's no time to talk. Get your ass inside that base and help the troops locate the source of their transmission. Now, soldier, now!
Okay, I'm going.
Be careful in there. Who knows what else they're going to throw at us.
Good to see you.
Enemy contact.
Got one here. Engaging.
Spread out.
Give it ball for this one. Threat engaged. Stand down. Affirmative.